welcome to the daily tarot readings. Welcome to the daily tarot readings. So this is for 1st of July. What do we need to know? So starting with Aries, fire, water, air and earth. Okay, so let's have a look what's going on for Aries. 1st of July. Things are happening really fast, aren't they? So 1st of July for Aries. Aries energy today. So for Aries, you do have the 6 of Wands. So success is always around when we have had that help. So it's important to feel that gratitude of people who do help us. So this is success. Keep the momentum of success going forward. So you'll probably see this energy moving through July in a very productive way. So whatever you're trying to achieve, achieve it and live it. You do have the Knight of Swords. So don't rethink or rehash things that have worked or not worked. This is about your mindset going forward now. So when you think, focus on the negativity, Aries, a lot of the time you can see that that's something from the past. So in order to maintain the journey and that Aryan typical energy moving forward, one has to really look to the future, changing the mindset and owning your success. All right. So for Aries as well, you have the Tower. So things are definitely being shaken up for you. So this is quite good to reflect on the future about your success. So realizations will come that perhaps you have been thinking negatively or that you can't achieve, when in fact the energy in your universe at the moment is really allowing those things to crumble down, to see your own power and move forward in such a dynamic way. So we're still in the summer in the Northern Hemisphere, and this is vitally to find that energy and motivation to be a success. So rebuilding certain processes within life, how you've thought in the past and how you really want to move forward. So the realizations will be quite shocking at times. Maybe you'll think, oh, why have I been focused so much on the past, right? So things will crumble for you to be a success. So do remember, Aries, that success is around when you amalgamate everything together. All right. So that's quite interesting moving. Now, that applies differently to your sun sign, your rising sign and your moon sign. So if, for instance, your Aries in your moon, that applies to your emotions. If it applies to your rising sign, that is what people are seeing you. So they're seeing the change within you and they're seeing that you're successful, but you might not believe it. And if your Aries in your sun sign, that just means those energies are quite prominent at this moment in time for you. So let's move on to Leo now. For Leo's nearly your birthday. So this is for Leo's sun signs, rising signs and moon signs. For Leo. So Leo on the 1st of July. So you come across as the King of Swords energy. This might mean that you're actually reflecting and attracting this energy of a person who's an air sign, perhaps Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. It can also mean that you've got very thoughtful today about what is moving forwards within your life. So Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall and broke his crown, which basically does mean that maybe the insights of intuition are coming a little bit better. So we do have to open up our mindset in order to let new energies through. So this is a really time to contemplate where you are within your life and what needs to actually crumble down. So for Leos, you do have the High Priestess. So there's one of those things, opening up your mindset for your intuition. Your intuition is your best guidance that you can actually have. So moving forward through these energies for Leo, it's going to be really interesting. So when you see your path clearer, your destination, your destiny, these things are really going to improve if you allow it. If we still get dragged down in the mundane, then, you know, there is no hope. That all those king's horses can't help. And here we go with the Ten of Swords now, Leo. So it's a realization that the mind can be a trap. When we don't pay attention to our intuition about certain things, then the mind will always drag us down. So we have to really own who we are as our mindset. So the King of Swords, you have to control your mind in a way that it works more positive, more forthright in going forward. You know, so being responsible of the mindset is so important. So think outside the box, use your intuition more, and that will be your guide. All right, for Leos. Very nice. So Sagittarian, if you've got sun, rising or moon in Sagittarian, this reading will make perfect sense to you. Absolute perfect sense. Right, this is for Sagittarian energies. So Sagittarius, today you have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is something that needs to happen for all Sagittarians, really. We need to plan for the future. I know sometimes Sagittarians like to live in the moment, be a little bit more free and flexible, but sometimes we do need to plan. If we don't plan to succeed, we can plan to fail. So when the Knight of Pentacles come, it's the bringer of practicalities within our life. So depending on if you're sun in Sagittarius, this means taking action for that. If you're rising, people will see that you are making headway with your goals. And if you've got your moon in Sagittarius, this is an emotional worry or concern, or quite a good relief that you are thinking about the future moving forward. So having a practical plan is always a good thing. All right, for Sagittarius. Also for Sagittarius, you have the Seven of Wands. So staying in charge of where you are going on a practical aspect. Are you planning a new trip? Are you planning to retire? Are you planning a new job or a new relationship? All these things do take a plan, but sometimes people can take your power away, whether it's a thought or opinion or your partner or your boss or anything. People are always going to bring other people down when they feel insecure about themselves. So you need to really aspire and be the true Sagittarian and really look positively to new goals, new aspirations, and a new way of conducting yourself. And there you go. So the King of Wands energy. This was actually in yesterday's daily read. So the energy of the King of Wands is still around us at the moment. So this is good. It's about inspiration and really being yang in our energy of moving forward. The responsibility that it's our life is so important. So people who think they can take our energies away and try to downtrod us, this is saying that we have to be in charge. We have to be out there and we have to really live it. So this is very important, even more so if you've got Sagittarius in your rising sign, all right? If it's in your moon sign, you're still trying to really portray this at the moment. You're really trying to be a lot stronger than maybe you feel. So, yeah, just use that motivation to really push forward with your stuff. Lovely. So now we're moving on to water signs. So for water signs, let's have a look. Starting at Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. So this is for Pisces. Let's see what's happening with Pisces today. So Pisces energy for the 1st of July. Pisces, so your energy is also the 10 of Swords. So it's obviously going to be a mind game. about, oh, it's July, it's the 7th month of the year. No shit, Sherlock. So a lot of the times we go, oh, I haven't achieved this or I haven't achieved that, and why isn't things happening? So this is just a mind game. So we have to think, well, you know, how far have I come with my plans and aspirations? So sometimes we have to give ourselves a pat on the back and really realise that we need to see things differently. If we have been knocked down once or twice, 3 or 4 times, we have to get up because we're a survivor mode. We don't want to think like a victim. So always think outside the box and see an escape route. So when you have the High Priestess, one of the things that you can escape the thought process of the mind is by going into your intuition. It's higher than the mindset. The energy vibration is higher. It's about going into your destination and seeing what's hidden around you and within you. All right? So this is kind of important to allow yourself freedom of the mind at the moment. And Pisces, you too have got the King of Swords. So this is a great time to really bring that intuition and inspiration to your life and really know that you can be in charge of your thoughts. Maybe studying affirmations, positivity thinking, and really finding new ways of doing. This is, like I said, with the other star sign in fire, it's opening up your crown chakra, really opening up your intuition in a bigger way. And because you've got the intuitive card as the High Priestess, this is even more so. So perhaps all star signs need to do this at the moment. Really pay attention to their intuition. Pay attention to what's being said around us and pay attention to what you're telling yourself. So sometimes we're still like litmus paper, sucking in everything that the society is telling us. So maybe we need to go, right, what's true and what's not. This is about yourselves being in charge of that. All right, Pisces. So let's move on to Cancer now. What are the Cancerian energies for Sun in Cancer, rising in Cancer, and moon in Cancer? Let's have a look. So for Cancerians, we have Two of Wands. So you probably look at things in a new light, seeing the opportunities around you, coming together with the energies, searching for your own truth, especially in this new month of July. So sometimes we think there are no opportunities around. Maybe we feel alone a little bit, but there's always somebody to partner up to. So if you're having a good friend or you're marrying up the energies in new jobs, new careers, things like that, this is a good time to actually open up the door of opportunity and make your move along that. If you've got a rising in Cancer, people will see that you're being quite optimistic about your future. If you've got your moon in Cancer, this is an emotional kind of feeling that you're always trying to search for something new, which is good, and just paying attention to what is out there on an emotional aspect. So it's almost like the curiosity card. So for Cancers as well, you have the Five of Swords. So I do think that this July, particularly today, has been a lot about thinking, intuition. One of the things that Cancerians might do is having a look, especially because we have the new moon in Cancer, having a look at what's happening along in our home. So what is our partner? What are our parents? What are our children telling us? And also trying to take away certain amount of power. So one has to really think that, okay, people's opinions matter, but also it's about who you are as a person. So when we have the Two of Wands there, it's the opportunity to rethink, to really get in touch with who we are and what we are trying to achieve, especially as it's the first day of July. What are we moving into in the rest of the year? So maybe something hasn't been working for you, and now is the time to actually change things up. So for Cancerians, you also have the Three of Pentacles. So choosing and seeing the opportunity to work in a different way is important, and you will be recognized for that. So building up the newness within your life is important. So don't think you can't do it. You definitely can. If you want to change your career, if you want to change your environment where you are, all these things is possible. So good foundation. So work together with how you feel and how you think in a positive light, and you'll be amazed this time next year what achievements can you actually make for Cancerians. Well done. So our last water sign is Scorpio. So this is for Scorpio, Sun in Scorpio, Rising in Scorpio, and also Moon in Scorpio. This is for Scorpio. Right, Scorpios, you do have the Six of Pentacles. Great card for you because it means that something is handed out. This is always, to me, the ask card. And also giving yourself permission to receive. It's the same side of the coin, so to speak. If we don't believe that we have value and that we can't get a situation, make the improvements, then we can't receive it. So this is almost like how you as an individual block things or sabotage things. I've asked, but emotionally you might not be receiving. So you can see, Scorpio, that this might have a different effect if you've got your Sun in Scorpio, or your Rising in Scorpio, or your Moon. So emotionally with the Moon, that you're always thinking that you want to receive, but maybe you're not getting it because you're preventing it. And if you've got Rising in Scorpio, then, you know, people always see, oh, you're quite lucky, you know, you're always receiving the good things in life. Or maybe they see the opposite. And if you are a Scorpio in your Sun, you must ask more. You must be more proactive in the asking and receiving and the giving and the giving yourself permission. It's very important, that, all right, for Scorpios. And also, the King of Swords has popped up again. He's popping up every single star sign. So one of the things, we need the inspiration and the thought and the intelligence and logic to move forward. So when we are asking for something at the beginning of the month, like, oh, I'd love to meet my soulmate, I'd love to have that perfect job, things like that. It's a kind of aspect where we have to be more receptive. People think they are being receptive, but they're not. So this is about using your thought process to move forward, to actually receive and communicate. Communicate clearly to yourself what it is that you're actually wanting. Write yourself a letter. Say, this time next year, where am I going to be? So, and then see the progress. Work it out from there. All right? Scorpios, you also have the Ten of Swords. So this is common for a lot of star signs today. It's almost like July is going to be I'm fighting myself out of this year, out of this mindset that has been present within the last few years. So we need to think outside the box. We need to be Humpty Dumpty, falling off the wall and really opening up our crown chakra to see what is definitely going on. You know, we're not being pulled wool over our eyes anymore. So really ask for your own answers. When you ask yourself a question, you will answer it. You know, especially if you tap into your intuition. And that's one of the ways of looking outside the box for Scorpios. Wow. And you guys like hidden things anyway. Right, thanks, Scorpios. Let's move on now to the air signs and Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. So, Aquarius, if you've got your Sun in Aquarius, Rising in Aquarius, Moon in Aquarius, this reading will make perfect sense to you. Right, okay. So Aquarius. So you do have the Two of Wands. So a great card for you to really go out there, see the opportunities, see the new doors opening. Really look at strategy at the moment. Look at how you're going to actually do this. A lot of the times we need encouragement by another person. Maybe it's a partner. Maybe you want to find that perfect partner and work together through life. You know, it's nice to have a companion to do that. So it's always nice to have somebody on your side. So have the opportunity, open the door and see the wonderment that's before you. Okay, so that's the first energy. And with the Five of Swords there, it's about putting to bed, seriously, thoughts that you can't do this. Oh, I've always wanted to travel the world, or I've always wanted to write a book, write a screenplay, learn ballet, learn scuba diving, all these things, the opportunity the world has. But then the mind goes, hang on a minute, aren't you too old? Have you not enough money? And, you know, we need to move away from that and empower ourselves more to actually do the things that we desire, need, want, because one thing will always lead into another. But when we allow the mind or somebody to say, no, you can't do that, no good. We don't need that. We don't need that in July, guys. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So, yeah, the opportunity to actually get into trouble is also there. However, when we look at the karmic card of past, present and future, you know, the ball is always rolling. Sometimes it rolls backwards. Sometimes it scores a goal. But a lot of the times we need to be positive about our own fortune. That's why you guys have got the Two of Wands to open up the possibilities and not prevent the ball rolling out of the goal. All right. So that's for Aquarius. So let's do Gemini energies for the 1st of July. Sun in Gemini, rising in Gemini, and also moon in Gemini. So let's have a look for Geminis on the 1st of July. For Geminis. So Gemini energy today is the Ace of Cups. A great time to actually see new love coming in. New love always is around us, but we need to open up our heart a little bit more. Maybe forgive ourselves. And if you've got your moon in Gemini, this is what you really need to do. Opening up your heart in an emotional way to really connect with other things around us. People say that sometimes we can be a little bit dramatic within our emotions at times if you are an ascending Gemini. So at the moment, this is going to be kind of really important for you to really understand who you are as people at this moment in time. So that new love is a new appreciation of who you are and those around you. You've also got Temperance. So there is an element of healing, definitely with the Ace of Cups there, self-acceptance and forgiveness. The Temperance puts a little bit of a good spin on it about how you are changing, developing for the better. So this new appreciation will certainly spill out in such a huge way, especially when you nurture your ambitions and dreams and desires. So the opportunity is definitely there, no matter if you've got your sun in Gemini, rising or in moon. So the big change is coming for yourselves. Exciting. And also you do have the Eight of Wands. So things can happen really, really fast for Geminis at the moment. So really rethink things out. Really be kind of a logical aspect about what we are telling ourselves, because that healing can only come from what we are telling ourselves. So communication of the heart is so vitally important, right? So those energies are moving into the whole of July. So last is Libra of the air signs for Librans. So let's have a look at Libra at the moment to see what's going on the 1st of July. So for Librans, So at the moment you have the King of Wands. This energy was very prominent yesterday and it still is in effect. If you are, maybe you've got Sun in your chart, maybe you're listening to the Libran as a rising or in the moon, and you are actually a fire sign, or vice versa. So this energy, this proactivity and yang energy needs to be still quite strong today moving forward. So for Librans, it's putting the balance between thought and doing is essential for you guys at the moment. So really understanding that balance is essential. How we think, how we tell ourselves how things are moving on. So this is all about the responsibility of our thought process and how we are moving our life forward. So being in charge, being responsible and being motivated, and maybe searching for the answers which are going on. So you do have the devil. So some of those answers that you need to kind of agree on when you kind of talking to yourself is toxic things, bad habits, bad for formalizing what's going on in the mindset. So a lot of the times we have to look at decisions with the pros and cons of life, just like in a courtroom, and really throw out of court what's no longer needed. So the devil here wants to keep all the kind of mishaps within your situation. But you can't do this because of this, or you can do that. You know, you don't have to be responsible about X, Y, and Z. So our mindset can really determine who we are as people, which it does. But sometimes we listen to the negativity and we don't move forward. Now, it is important to actually be responsible for our own life and not kind of be swayed by the negativity of social events. You know, what we pick up and then we really think it's ourselves. That's a kind of devilish behavior. We need to free ourselves, be responsible for our own thought process and really look at it in a logical way. So for you, it's almost like teaching yourself to reevaluate what is going on in July. And here with the Queen of Swords, you will be able to do that perfectly. So with this, you'll be able to see things from a higher perspective, really internalizing what you are telling yourself and what's being told to you. So any toxic relationships can be get rid of by, and it's almost like those thought processes as well. So it's a good time for you to really throw out of court. This is the Judge card. Sword of Truth, use your Sword of Truth to really tell yourself that you are responsible for your life and nobody can affect your life. So it doesn't matter what people are telling you, whether it's your partner, your teachers, your boss, whatever. This is very important to understand that, no, I'm not having it. I'm directing myself in that direction forward, and I'm going to be a forward thinker and doer. So it doesn't matter if that's emotionally how you feel, you can bring that to the surface and put it forward. Talking to Moon in Libra there. So that was our air signs. Let's move on to Earth. So starting Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. For the 1st of July, let's have a look at Capricorn. Capricorn energies. Capricorn. So let's have a look what Capricorn needs to know. For Capricorn. So Capricorn, you do have the 8 of Cups. This is an important card because it signifies that a lot of the time we need to value ourselves a whole lot more. Really spiritual connect to our soul journey. And one of the ways of doing that and really empowering ourselves is to move away from things, people, situations that are not supporting us on our soul growth journey. It is harsh at times that we have to do this, especially when it means moving away from somebody or something. But we have to do that in order to create a better life. Otherwise, we just become like a puppet. And some of the lessons that we need to learn in life, we'll just have to repeat them. So things can only get better if we walk away from something that's not serving us for our highest good and for those around us. So it's like trapping a domesticated mouse in a cage and keeping it there. You know, freedom is always a good thing. Freedom of heart, body, mind, and soul. So if you want to trap yourself, then, you know, keep doing what's not working. But if you want to free yourself and know that your soul is crying out to a new direction, then that's something emotionally you might have to engage in. So you've got the Nine of Cups, you know, so that's one step closer to the goal of the Ten of Cups. So by actually taking this necessary action, you will definitely get your wish. So this is all about emotionally say, yeah, I know what I've been holding myself back with. Maybe you've been thinking about an ex or some situation that you can't move forward from. So your life will improve once you move away from it. And this is this card. You will get your wish about moving forward. You've also got the Two of Cups there. So, you know, you can't hold something in this hand and receive something else because it's full. So this is why you have to walk away in order to get that perfect synchronization of that perfect love relationship, love situation. Very healing aspect when we're walking away, letting go of pain, letting go of situations, and then you will attract the right energy because it's there already, but unless we let go, we can't receive. So, simple message for Capricorns. Right, Taurus, let's have a look at Taurian energies for the day on the 1st of July. Taurians. This is for Taurus. Taurus energies. So for Taurus today, you have the Page of Swords. So sometimes we have to always reevaluate what we're thinking, what we're learning, what we're unlearning, and what's being told to us. So we need to really be ready and kind of open-minded a little bit more in our learning about certain situations. So this energy is a little bit new. Maybe you're going into July thinking of something, starting something new, which is really good. But don't prevent people from taking away your power. This is all about trusting yourself, you know, and owning up about that and not listening to people who you don't trust. So trust yourself, moving in a positive direction forward for Taurians. You've also got the Seven of Cups. A lot of the time it's very wishy-washy kind of energy, this. It's almost like everything's going round and round and you can't quite focus on the one thing emotionally. So it seems a little bit at a distance, a little bit of negative imagination. So this is why with the Ace of Swords there, one has to be in balance about what you are learning and unlearning. So this energy here is about emotionally engaging and really focusing on the reality of your situation today. And also here with the Three of Cups, even when things can be a little bit difficult and distant, you can still trust those people that you do trust and make sure you eliminate those that you don't trust. And you can kind of share with your friends and family and those that you trust new ideas coming up. So you can focus on what you do want. So sometimes when we want to start something or have a new relationship or you want to tell someone a secret, it's all about trust. Make sure you're telling the trustworthy people within your life. Otherwise, they'll just diminish your energies for Taurians. And our last sign is Virgo. This is for Virgo in Sun, Rising or Moon. Virgo energies today for the 1st of July. Of course, I am using the White Rabbit cards because it's the 1st of the month. Right, this is for July. For Virgos, let's have a look. So Virgos, you do have at the moment, throw it away, strength cards. So we need that strength of character, the gentle nature within to actually win the situation. So if you've been too harsh on yourself, now is the time to go, oh, I'm going to be a little bit more gentle and have a little bit more patience, understanding with myself. So when we have this kind of Leo energy, sometimes it can be very dynamic and very forceful in the yang energy. So when we have the strength, we need to look at it and tame it and kind of, still have our desires and our motivation, absolutely. But we need to go, right, okay, logically, where are we going? Where are we going with this? So feeling grounded in the strength to do your next step of whatever individual it is for yourself is essential. So Virgos, you do have the Ten of Wands. You see about all this kind of energy, it's like it can be too much. So a lot of the times when we go, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to get really fit and we're expending all this energy out, and it is going somewhere, but it feels like it's a little bit too much like hard work. Yes, there is a saying, hard work never kills anyone. Not true. It can. It can demotivate us. So this is where you need the strength to bring a little bit of yinness in all that fire. So, otherwise you will burn out. You don't want to burn out. No burning out in July, guys. Take it easy, take it easy. Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, definitely. Virgo, you've also got the Eight of Pentacles. So, hard work never paid off. Never hurt anyone, they say, or whatever. But as we said with the Ten of Pentacles, don't burn out. Yes, you can focus on the newness, especially if it's about a career. We do have to focus. We do have to relearn. So being gentle, we have to learn to walk before we can run is the expression. Or is it? Maybe you can fly before you can walk. There's a lot of things we can say. Don't just be a box full of other people's sayings. Really own yourself here. Focus on how you're doing things. This is very important, but don't burn out. So I think for you, moving into July, find the strength to really accomplish what you do need to have, but be gentle and simplicity with that. So thank you guys here for the 1st of July. Hopefully you'll have a good day and a good month. We'll see you all tomorrow.